All right, let's get into my favorite module only because sometimes I forget that I invented this. I used to look at all the manifestation gurus and be like, dang, how did they learn that? And then I started to lean into it more and I was like, I feel like there's a piece that's missing here. And I started going over it with my clients and I was like, wait, I'm kind of giving them the same advice and it's working. It was the power of distraction, baby. And so I was so excited to include this in these modules because I didn't consider myself a manifestation expert. I really didn't. I think it's because it's the only like it's not one of those things that I tout about myself amongst all the other knowledge it is that I have. Manifestation seems to fall at the bottom of the list. But anyway, the point is your girl made this shit up and I'm excited about it. Okay. Distraction, the power of distraction. This is the tool most people don't expect because when you understand distraction as a tool for manifestation, everything shifts. Okay. Distraction isn't avoidance, it is actually a form of energetic mastery. Okay. It helps you escape the low vibration frequency of lack and move into joy and gratitude, which is the ultimate state of receivership. Remember? Okay. So I don't have it right now, but it'll probably be included in the attachments for this module. It's like an overall pillar look of how I break down the three frequencies. I just couldn't, I don't know, for some reason I couldn't get it to work on the slides. So I'll make sure that it's available in the attachment area. So let's talk about the three frequencies. Okay. Frequency A is your alignment. You already have the thing. You're there, you've got it, you're loving on it, it's amazing. Frequency B is lack, right? This is the frequency of I don't have it, I'm obsessing over it, I'm chasing it, I'm so upset that I don't have it. Okay? Frequency C is joy. It's a neutral, fun, presence, play, creativity frequency, okay? Most people, they stay in frequency B, which is this loop of lack. That's the I don't have. Why is it taking so long place? And the quickest way to get to frequency A, which is your alignment, is by going through frequency C. Okay? Distraction is simply a frequency shift. When you are stuck in frequency B, you don't always have the energy or the belief to jump into frequency A. You don't always have the feeling of like, oh, I'm so grateful. I'm already in alignment for the thing it is that I want. So, how do you get there? But you can go to frequency C, okay? You can play, you can dance, you can paint, you can go outside, you can laugh with your friends, do something that lights you up. This breaks the emotional grip of frequency B. And what happens when you're distracted? Boom, a sale hits. Boom, the opportunity is that you want it shows up in some small form. Okay. A client DMs you. Something shifts because your energy is now open. Okay. Let's talk about conscious versus unconscious behavior. Most of us go unconscious in routine, which means we're just going throughout our day. We're just going through the motions, not being like, oh, wait, I'm a human. Wow, I'm so grateful in this moment to be here, to be alive, to have all the things it is that I desire, right? You're feeding the kids, you're answering emails. All of it is on autopilot. But when you catch yourself and you go conscious, that's the portal to frequency A. Wait a minute, let me stop. Let me show gratitude. Let me feel joy. That moment of awareness is your access point to alignment. Okay. Let's say you spend the day in play. All right. Let's talk about. You want, let's pick a different example this time. Let's say you want a new client for your business, all right? Or you want a promotion in your job, right? You are in the frequency of lack right now. I want, I don't have, I don't have. How do you come off of that frequency of frequency B and get into frequency A of I have the thing and I'm living in constant gratitude? Let's talk about what you can do by going to frequency C. You spend the day in play. You go to Disneyland. You laugh with your kids. You have coffee with a friend. You don't check your DMs. You don't check your emails. You spend the day distracting yourself with things that already make you feel good. You spend the day distracting yourself with things that already put you on the frequency of gratitude. By you spending the day with your friends, by you spending the day with your kids, by you spending the day doing things that you actually love and enjoy, you are inadvertently putting yourself on the frequency of gratitude for the things it is that you have already, that you can feel, that you can taste, that you can touch, that you are enjoying every single moment of your life. And you're not on frequency B because you went out and you spent time doing things that actually made you feel good, that inadvertently put you on the frequency of gratitude. And then what happens? You was distracted, right? So you come back to your email later, there's something in there about a promotion. You come back to your DMs, 4 people messaging you about your services. And you answer from a high frequency space. They feel that. They say yes. And now frequency A is just flowing. It's just going. You don't always have to be on frequency A for the specific thing it is that you want. Again, when you distract yourself with things that you already have, you end up on frequency A. And the longer that you are there, sitting in that frequency of gratitude, the faster you get the other things it is that you desire without obsessing over them. And you've detached yourself from it because you were too busy celebrating all of the things it is that you want for yourself that you already have. You're already busy celebrating yourself for everything it is that you have already. And you're just not sitting in this space of lack and in this space of I don't have enough. You were too busy having fun doing the shit it is that you wanted to do. You were too busy basking in the glory of Disneyland, of going to play with your friends, of having a conversation with your friend on the phone, with having a coffee, okay? And that frequency, it's an elevated frequency. It puts you so high up that people want to be in that energy for themselves. They're like, wow, this person, they are sitting in this. This is amazing. How do I get more of this for myself? And they want more for themselves. So they spend more time with you. And then that makes you happy and puts you in even more gratitude. And then look at you, you back on frequency A and not in a state of lack and not in a state of obsession and attachment. Okay. So your exercise for this module is list 5 activities that light you up but have nothing to do with your goals. Okay? Commit to doing them at least once a week. Observe what shifts after, not just externally, but emotionally and energetically too. Distraction isn't the enemy. It is a tool, and it's an amazing tool, okay? It keeps you from spiraling in lack. It pulls you into joy. And joy is a true magnet. So in the final module, we're going to bring all of the pieces together so that you can flow between these frequencies with confidence, clarity, specificity, all those beautiful things.